Hey guys, this is Jermaine Seagears. We are back again with another episode of We Are More Than Just Athletes, our Skype campaign. We have a former WNBA player, an All-American, Iowa State graduate, and she's doing some amazing things in the basketball world and the professional world, Lyndsey Fennely. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. It's great to talk to you. I love your energy.
Thank you so much. We're thankful you can be on our Skype campaign. We can showcase and feature the great things you're doing. Now, the first question is for the people who may not know who you are, can you share some of your athletic accomplishments and what you're doing to be a success in the world we are? Like just share some of those professional and college athletic accomplishments.
Sure. Well, I grew up in Los Angeles, California. Played collegiate basketball at Iowa State. Was a 4-year starter, a 2-year All-American, I think. I don't remember all the awards and accolades. I'm getting old now. I led the country in assists 1 year, which I was very proud of. Had the chance to get drafted in the WNBA, which was pretty unique, something I never thought would be possible. Didn't play for beyond after I got cut, and the day I got cut, so it's been almost 7 years now. I have been doing what I'm doing now, which is I'm a basketball skills trainer, and I used to travel the country and host camps and clinics, and I think it ended up being 47 different states I've ended up training athletes in. I'm up to about 27,000 players I've trained, and now somehow my California roots still have me planted here in Iowa. I'm back in Ames, Iowa, where Iowa State is, and training. I train right now anywhere from 200 to 500 athletes on a pretty yearly basis.
Wow, that is simply amazing. Now, as a former professional athlete, an amazing college athlete, what has the athletic, opportunity helped you with as in the professional world? Like you playing sports, what has that done to contribute to your post-athletic success?
I think there's been probably three main ones that stick out. One is I've had great coaches and mentors. So a lot of what I say to athletes is kind of the mentors and the great coaches I've had. I'm speaking a lot of their thoughts, just I happen to be the vehicle for it. I think secondly would be just learning time management, understanding how to get things done in a short amount of time, which, you had to do to be a successful college student athlete.
Yes.
And then probably the third was basketball has always been a passion of mine. And to be 21 years old and to be cut from a WNBA team and not really have any idea what you're going to do with your life, and then that day get a job that you've essentially been doing, or create really a job that I've been doing since the day I've been cut. So really just pursuing passions and being passionate about what I've been doing.
That's awesome. Now, visit your website, an outstanding, amazing website. I love what you're doing. Now, it was one thing that stuck out to me. It said, be the best you. And how can someone model that? And what does be the best you mean?
It stands for, I've done quite a few speaking engagements. During the school year, my time during the day is somewhat flexible because kids don't out of school till 3 o'clock. Most of the athletes I train are anywhere from third to high school. I do train some college, some pro, so I get them in during the day. So with that, I've done some speaking engagement, and I created this program called The Best You in the curriculum. The B is brand you, so essentially, in a society where everyone wants to be somebody else, it's how do you brand yourself, how do you market who you are,
yes.
How do you just have a core beliefs and value system that is unbroken based on what you write on your Twitter account, or basically just being authentic to who you are. The E stands for eliminate excuses. I talk to my athletes and even the students I work with on a daily basis about, we all have 10 different excuses we could use every day for why we're not successful. The S stands for simple secrets, things like being appreciative, having good mentors in your life, just being a healthy human being, volunteering your time. So just 6 simple secrets that I was given and I've learned through my own knowledge and studying, not just of the game, but of really successful people. Because in my profession, at times, I've probably done, I don't even know how many hours, but when you work with 27,000 players, it can't get monotonous, but at times, just teaching basketball to me isn't isn't the challenge anymore. It's how do I intertwine these life concepts into my basketball teaching. So then I think the fourth one would be training your thoughts. So understanding that the quality of our thoughts determine the quality of our life. And if you can control what you think about you, that's really ultimately, at the end of the day, the most important thing.
Wow, that's amazing right there. Now, here at Life After Sportz, we're all about helping athletes be a success on and off the court or whatever sport they play. Now, can you share why it's so important for athletes to become more, do more, achieve more, and just be more than just an athlete?
Well, I think from a platform standpoint, when you're an athlete, whether it's a high school athlete, a college athlete, and especially obviously the pro athletes, the visibility you have to make a difference is probably higher at that point in your life than anywhere else. I'm disappointed. I'm jealous. I'm disappointed, and I'm also jealous that Twitter wasn't around. Social media wasn't a huge factor when I was in college.
Right.
Because I think of the multiple, the Johnny Manziels, every big college name superstar. Doug McDermott's a great example.
Right.
At Creighton, a good family friend of ours. All these guys who have people following them because they can throw a football or because they can put a little orange ball in a
Right.
rim. And I think some of them, Doug's a great example, do a phenomenal job of being great examples for their role model, being a good role model for their community.
Right.
So I think that's the biggest thing I try to impart to even my high school athletes is thank every fan you can. If you can make eye contact with a little kid after a game, do it.
Yes.
Because there might not ever be a time in your life where people look up to you as we will listen, we will soak up everything you say, because you can run, jump, or swim really fast.
Right.
And I think there's a lot of athletes. That's where I get disappointed because there's a lot that I think don't maximize the opportunity they're given to make a positive impact.
Definitely.
Just because they play sports. So I think that would be the biggest thing I would recommend, encourage to anyone who's an athlete of any level, is to remember there's always a generation behind us that
Definitely.
we have to take care of and help.
Definitely. Now, before we conclude this interview, I would like to say that we're really thankful for you to come on here and share your knowledge and wisdom to help the next athlete who may be watching this. Now, my last and final question is, somewhere in this world there's an athlete who may not make it to the professional level, who may get cut or from the WNBA, the NBA, or whatever sport they play. What advice, what can you share with them that can help them prepare for a new career, something that has helped you, find your purpose in life, and how can you share some of that with the next person?
I think two things. One, there's a little. Every time I work out every day, and I'll look at I'll wear my WNBA shorts. There's a little part of me that works a little harder when I wear those shorts, because that competitive part of me says, "Gosh, I had a few opportunities to try out again, and I've never taken that up because I simply love what I do now."
Right.
So I think one is let it fuel you a little bit, more than maybe just wearing a regular pair of shorts or whatever it is. So I'd say on a daily basis, I am somehow motivated by being told I wasn't good enough.
Wow.
That'd be the one. And then I think the second thing is make sure that you always have a backup plan.
Yes.
Because I had such great mentors and I spent time in college fostering tremendous relationships with influential, value-based people.
Yes.
The day I was cut, I had anywhere from 3 to 5 fairly significant job opportunities.
Wow.
But I wasn't trying to get the opportunity, but I picked up the phone and told each of my mentors I was cut, and they said, "Well, I've been waiting for you to say this to me because I have X, Y, and Z lined up for you to consider." And I ended up pursuing one of those options. So I think, and I say that humbly, and it's not. I don't think I did anything special other than invest in relationships with people who matter in my life. And so I think that helped me create a backup plan that otherwise I would have been cut and back here in Ames, Iowa, probably not knowing what I was going to be doing with my life.
Wow. Well, thank you for sharing that knowledge with us. You are more than just an athlete, positive leader in the community, really giving back in the world we live in. Your wisdom, your knowledge is so much appreciated. Lyndsey Fennely, you are more than just an athlete. Thank you so much for coming on We Are More Than Just Athletes Skype campaign and sharing your knowledge with us.
Thank you. I appreciate your time and what you're doing for all the other athletes out there.
Thank you.